Let's set the scene. The Jeep Recon EV is the brand's latest all-electric SUV, crafted with true off-road capability in mind rather than just urban commuting. It draws clear inspiration from the classic Jeep DNA, removable doors, that rugged silhouette, bold presence. But underneath it all is a dedicated electric vehicle architecture. Designed first for the US market and with an eye to global rollout, including UK and Australia, the Recon is geared to deliver both daily usability and trail capability. Welcome back to Future Wheels, the place where we explore the next frontier of mobility. If you're into electric vehicles and rugged off-road capability, you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving into the brand new 2026 Jeep Recon EV, a vehicle built for adventure but powered for the electric era. Before we hit the trail, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our future rides. Here's where things get exciting. Under the hood, well, behind that bold front end, are two electric motors delivering an impressive 650 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. The 0 to 60 mile-per-hour sprint is quoted at around 3.6 seconds. Behind it all, a roughly 100.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack, gross, with an estimated driving range of up to 250 miles, 402 kilometers, in select trims. Top speed is around 112 miles per hour, 180 kilometers per hour. And charging? The Recon supports DC fast charging capable of taking the battery from 5 to 80% in about 28 minutes in certain conditions. All in all, a genuinely high-performance EV with off-road pretensions, built to perform both on pavement and over rough terrain.
This is where the Recon truly stands apart. Jeep has not abandoned its heritage. Features include removable doors, removable rear swing gate glass, and the trail-ready hardware that marks a serious adventure SUV. Specifically, in the launch Moab trim, you'll find chunky 33-inch all-terrain tires, an electronically locking rear differential, select terrain drive modes, including a dedicated rock mode, and steel skid plates underbody. Ground clearance is about 9.1 inches, approximately 232 millimeters, with approach and departure angles reported in specialized reviews. Still very capable, but a trade-off compared to full body-on-frame off-road machines. In short, you're getting real trail credibility combined with EV tech. Inside the Recon, you'll find high-tech meets rugged functionality. There's a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 14.5-inch central infotainment touchscreen running the latest Uconnect 5 system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Materials are durable and tailored, weather-resistant surfaces, synthetic upholstery options, and thoughtful storage, including a front trunk of around 3 cubic feet for smaller gear. Separately, the infotainment and climate controls lean heavily into digital interfaces, giving the cabin a modern feel without losing that Jeep ruggedness. It's the kind of interior that works for both daily driving in the city and getting dirty on the trail.
Now let's talk availability and where you'll be able to buy one. In the US, pricing for the launch version, Moab, is announced at around US $65,000 or slightly higher depending on options. Production is set to begin in early 2026, with US and Canada being the initial markets. For the UK and Australia, Jeep has confirmed the Recon is planned for those markets, though specific timing and pricing are yet to be fully detailed. In Australia, for example, the local arm noted there were no firm local release dates yet, but the intention is clear. So, for viewers in the US, UK, and Australia, if you're considering an off-road EV with serious credentials, the Recon is one to watch. Keep an eye on local launch announcements and pricing details in your region. This vehicle is more than a new model. It signals a shift. The Recon EV blends rugged, utilitarian character, open-air freedom, and dedicated EV architecture, essentially showing that off-road vehicles can go electric without losing their soul.
For the US, UK, Australia markets, where off-road culture is strong and EV infrastructure is growing, a vehicle like this bridges the gap between adventure lifestyle and sustainable transport. As Future Wheels viewers, this represents a tomorrow vehicle that you can begin to plan for.
Of course, no vehicle is perfect. A few things to keep in mind. While 250 miles, approximately 402 kilometers, is substantial, for long remote expeditions, you'll still need to plan for charging stops. Compared to traditional heavy-duty body-on-frame off-road vehicles, its ground clearance and fording deck are likely somewhat less extreme. Availability and local specifications, charging speed, towing ratings, accessories might differ between US, UK, and Australia markets. Pricing in the UK and Australia may reflect import duties, local electrification incentives or lack thereof, and other regional variables. So that's our look at the 2026 Jeep Recon EV, a bold new off-road EV that means business. If you're watching from the US, UK, or Australia and you love the idea of electric freedom without sacrificing trail capability, this one is definitely worth following. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe to Future Wheels, and tap the bell so you'll be notified when our next feature drops. Drop a comment below. Would you want an EV like this in your region? What feature excites you most? Let's start that conversation. Thanks for watching, stay on the road ahead, and I'll catch you in the next one.